NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Charlotte. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That pickup, good for 29 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
First and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. On first down is Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he's into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
He was trying to get it to CeeDee Lamb, and it'll lead to a second down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On third down, Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. And he will score. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Velus Jones now on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get going with their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
The motion man is Sanders. Off the play fake. Here's Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's the pistol snap to Young. Now he'll run it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Young to throw on 1st and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A throw there, caught by Leggett. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Here's Young. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll run with Hubbard. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. They motion a receiver right. On 2nd down, Young. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He is in. Bryce Young, touchdown, Panthers. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Panthers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Cowboys offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. A wide open receiver downfield. This one is caught. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll throw again. Dak. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Good blocking, and he's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
A second down throw for Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Young to throw on first down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Man in motion, heading left. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The motion man is Sanders. They'll go play action with Young. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll motion over Thielen. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. He's got his tight end, Sanders. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Out of the shotgun, Young. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Panthers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
Now, Dowdle. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. To the air again, Prescott. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. We are through 1. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And will return to Charlotte in a moment. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll try and get there on the ground. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Second down, Prescott. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. Now Prescott has completed right side to Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything...
And he's in! Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Blackshear. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play. That's a gain of 14 and a first down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. That into the hands of Hubbard. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now Hubbard. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
From the gun, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The motion man is Sanders. They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here with Hubbard. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Here's Young. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Panthers will take a 24-21 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll tuck it and take off. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Open man down the field, it's Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They'll run with Dowdle. He's to the 10. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
He's got it at the 3. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. No issues there. This one is good. And the Cowboys will tie the game at 24.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. To throw is Young. He's going to keep it himself. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Second and a yard. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Here's first and 10. They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again. It's second and 10. Young. He's going to tuck it and go.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. They'll motion over Thielen. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And that is incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on fourth down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
A short one there, caught by Tremble. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. They'll go play action with Young. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Tremble comes in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. A run with Hubbard. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. There's Ferguson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Prescott now. That's to Ferguson once again. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball, but let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. He's got it! What a connection! He's down inside the 5-yard line.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the second time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, by the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Dak. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cowboys will tie things up here in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Young. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker on to punt. Back deep to receive, the explosive Cavante Turpin. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Play action now. Prescott. And this ball's intercepted by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The home team's offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Young to throw on 1st down. He's going to run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me, picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Hubbard. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. Second down and 8. The motion man is Sanders. On play action, Young. Now he takes off.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's right back to Hubbard. He'll get this ahead for about 3. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. Throwing on second down, Young. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down and 9. To throw is Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's going to have that 1st down. They didn't want to settle for 3, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hubbard. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. To throw, Young. That's hauled in at the 2. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. They'll go. Young. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers will go up by 7. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Working his way across the field, caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Cowboys.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zones.
And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Xavier Leggett headed back onto the field. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's 1st and 10. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Young going for it all. And that is incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
The motion man is Sanders. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Tremble comes in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Young. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On first down, it is Hubbard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Throwing is Young. There's that man again, another catch. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Here's Young to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3. Third and goal. Tremble comes in motion. Out of the shotgun, Young. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Clearly, this coach thought this was a moment he could strike. Thought he had a play to get this one in the end zone to take a touchdown lead, But instead, the defense comes up with a huge stop, and we still got ourselves a tie ball game.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Play fake. Prescott. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Now he'll run. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
And just a short pickup there to about the 44. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up 1st down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. play action now. Prescott. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. Off he goes. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now a give on the ground, and he will dive into the end zone. Rico Dowdle, touchdown Cowboys. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On first down is Young. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Panthers. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. First and 10 now from the 36. Prescott now. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Jones now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, Young. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Tremble comes in motion. A 2nd down throw for Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer, but they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The motion man is Sanders. Another run here with Hubbard. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
They're trying to run it. It's Hubbard. And he will score again. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Third and short. Prescott. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on third and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs.
First and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, second and a yard. Here's a toss as they look to run, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Dak to throw. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Prescott. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll throw again. Dak. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here we go. First and goal. Prescott again. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the big.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Two timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's first and 10. Now Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. Here comes second down. Here's Young. There's that man again. Another catch. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.